Okay, so we are going to go ahead and try to get in here into the online version of your checking account, and we're going to work on the monthly transactions for February. So go to page P6 in your booklet, and P6 says set up your online banking account. So you're going to go to this finlitproject.com, and then simulated online banking, and choose login. And now when I click login, mine takes me here. You are going to need your username and password, which you should have on a little slip of paper that I gave to you. Make sure you change the default password. If you take a look at the transaction for February 1st on page P6, it has green shading for the first one. That means you have to come here to your online account to do it, which set up your online banking account, change the default password. Do not use your birthday or your pet's name. Use both uppercase and lowercase letters and at least one letter. Some banks may also require a special character, such as a % sign or the ampersand or the and sign. So go ahead and set up your change the default password, okay? And then once you're done with that, I just want to point some things out to you. I'm not quite certain on where it's going to put you when you first come in, but when you click home, you might see this. Where we need to be right now, we're going to disregard everything. We just want to be in the blue area, online banking simulation. So click go there now. And then welcome to your simulated online account. Before you do anything, you need to tell your account what day it is. Go up to the calendar icon beside home, right here, and set the date. You can reset the date whenever you wish. You can't do that with a real account, though, just an FYI. You will be able to do most of what you can do with real accounts by clicking on one of the choices on the menu bar above, up here. You can look at the activity in your account back to January 1st with a running balance, look at monthly bank statements, and make transactions online. You can pay bills, transfer funds between accounts, and make deposits. But a warning, once you make a transaction, you cannot go back in time and make an earlier transaction. Just like a real account, it's not real money. So here we are. So we're going to first of all change the date. And according to our simulation, it should be February 1st. We're at the top of page P6. So change the simulation date to February 1st. And again, this is something that you can't do in real life. The bank knows what date is. So right now, then click go once you have it at February 1st. Okay, and then so we did that first transaction on page P6. You can check that off if you'd like, so you can keep track of where you're at. And now we're at the second transaction on February 1st. Make an online payment dated February 3rd for $108 to Internet Connections for 6 months of internet service. Be sure to enter this in the check register. You will have to provide the name and address when you set up a payee, but after that, you can simply select them from your list of accounts. Okay, so before we do this online, let's actually do it in our check register in our book. So on page P7, you should enter in under the number column, right below number in the white area. Go ahead and I'm just going to put this is an online payment, so I'm under number. I'm just going to write on the word online in small letters. The date is February 1, and under description in the white box there, it's to internet connections. So internet connections. And it's a payment for 6 months of internet service of $108. So it's going to be in the debits column because it's going to be subtracted. So go ahead and write $108 and no cents. And then now our beginning balance at the top of page P7, the balance we brought over from January is $345.24. So now we subtract 108 from that. And our new balance is $237.24. Okay, so now we put it in our register, but now we actually have to do it because it is an online payment. So right here, account actions, we want to pay a bill. Okay, and here we are, pay a bill, payment frequency. This says we're making an online payment for 6 months. So I would say this is not a monthly repeating payment, and it's not a quarterly one either because it's just twice a year, for 6 months. So I'm going to click single. Okay, repeating payments will produce a series of equal payments on regular. You will specify. We'll do that later. So pay a new bill. And the payee is internet connections. It's already listed there, so click that. Payment date, the earliest start date you can specify for the bill pay is 1 day after the simulation date. The simulation date is currently February 1st. So let's see, we need to make an online payment dated February 3rd. So that's what we're going to put here for the date, February 3rd. So I'm going to click out of that box. I'm going to click in the little box there, and I'm going to go back, make sure it's February, and February 3rd is a Saturday. Banks are open in the morning on Saturdays, so I'm going to click February 3rd for the amount of $108. And in the memo, I'm going to put 6 months of internet service and submit. Okay, and then let's see, bill pay, let's see, review payment history, and there it is. That's what we just entered. Okay, so now account home will bring us back here. Let's do account actions, deposit, no, we don't want to try that. Let's look at account activity. Okay, so this goes all the way back. It's reverse chronological order. January 3rd, if we go back and look at our transactions from January, we should see that January 3rd, we got a paycheck of $717.20. Then we had the check. I'm just going to double check this. The $24 for check 102 is right here. Then the $40 is there. $41.80, $120.24, $33.93, and then we had a $314.12, which I do not see there, which we don't need to worry about right now. And then a deposit of $692.37, that's there. Colonial Apartments for $50, and then the service charge for $5. Okay, so and now we're making this payment, and February 3rd is not showing up because right now it's only February 1st. Okay, and maybe part of the reason why that payment of the insurance payment isn't showing up is because it hasn't cleared yet at the bank. Because if you notice on page P3 in our register, we wrote that check out on January 28th. Okay, so it may not have processed yet. So that may be why it's not showing up yet. So, okay, we're going to go ahead and carry on. And so that's why here the balance is not the same as it is that we have in our register right now. It's because, the bank doesn't know we wrote that check out for our insurance payment. That's still outstanding. Okay, so we are ready to do our next transaction, which is in the booklet on page P6, February 5th. Use your debit card to pay $91.40 to Best Produce for groceries. Well, this doesn't have anything to do with online. So this is straight up just in our check. Everything goes in our check register, okay? Whether we pay it online or do a debit card payment or whatever. So on February 5th, and this is a debit card. So under the number column in the white square, I'm going to skip it because of my calculation that I did in the first transaction. I'm going to write debit. And the date is February 5th. And this is to Best Produce. I'm writing in my check register. And it's going to go in the debit column because it's a decrease to our account for $91.40. So I'm going to write $91.40. And then I'm going to go over and I'm going to write $91.40 again underneath $237.24. And I'm going to do the calculation. And I have a new balance of $145.84. I hope I did my math right. So then now I'm ready to move on to the next transaction, which is February 5th. And this one in our booklet is highlighted in green. So we need to make an online payment dated February 8th for $32.81 to National Electric Company for their bill dated February 3rd. They sent us a bill, and the bill was dated February 3rd, just for our information. And now we need to make this online payment dated February 8th. So change the simulation date. I'm going to change it to the 8th now. And I'm making an online payment. So account actions, pay a bill. And this is an online payment to the electric company. I'm just going to say this is a single payment for now. Pay new bill, because it's the first time we're doing this. And yep, there it is, National Electric Company. And then it says payment date. The earliest start date you can specify for a bill is 1 day after the simulation date. The simulation date is currently the 8th. So let's go back. Let's see if we can change this back to change simulation date to the 7th. Will it let us? Okay, so the earliest start date you can specify for a bill is 1 day after the simulation date. So we need it dated February 8th. So now that's why we had to go back to February 7th. So now here we're going to choose February 8th. Oh, and it's not letting us do that now. Okay, that's okay. We're going to have to pick February 9th, and that's okay. Okay, and the amount is $32.81. Okay, and this is for, this is our, it looks like our electric bill. So and submit. Oh, please provide a valid payee. Okay. Right here, Internet or National Electric Company. Okay, now submit. Okay, and now let's take a look at our account activity. Okay, so we can see some things that have happened. It looks like our insurance payment of $314.12 is now in there. So everything from last month, I believe, is in here. Yep, and there's our this is back from January. If you look at page P3, that's all showing up now because we're into the future now. Okay, and you can also see that our purchase that we made at Best Produce is in there now also. And it just so happens with what we've done so far that with Best Produce it matches up 145.84. However, in our check register in our book on page P7, we need to enter this online payment. So in the white box under the number column, again, this is the third one, the third white box down, I'm going to write online. And the date for this is 2/5/20. And this goes to National Electric Company. And then it's $32.81. And it's under the debit column. And now we're going to subtract that. And now my balance is $113.03. So this is what the bank is showing right now. However, we know that's not right because we just wrote or paid online $32.81, and that probably won't show up until tomorrow. So go ahead and carry on and keep doing your February transactions.